Tonight, Purple Power's efforts need to refocus as a new cog in the wheel is added. Mitch McConnell. We were dealing with the Purple Power with Nancy Pelosi. Purple Power is dealing with the president. Purple Power is dealing with seats for stimulus. And then out of nowhere, because of Mitch McConnell, oh, we got some more to work on. Boy, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get to the finish line, and Mitch McConnell is not going to get in our way. He and his lobsters can get over in the corner. This is Purple Power. Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great evening. It is warm here. Warm, warm, warm. I mean, you can't imagine. It feels like it's desert heat, and it's only October. Thank you for joining me. This is Evenings LALATE and a special edition of Purple Power. Go to the front of the channel, subscribe. We're at 291 tonight. Thank you for bringing us over the border, and let's hit to 300,000 subscribers. Also, like this video. In this video tonight, I'll be going over what Purple Power has to refocus on. Next, Mitch. How Mitch and Purple Power are going to go head-to-head starting tonight, if they've not already. Third, Nancy and Purple Power. Fourth, problem solvers. Additionally, fifth, campaign stops and how this could yield executive orders. And finally, March. Not waiting to March for stimulus relief. All right, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that Purple Power has to really focus tonight. And the reason why we have to refocus is because of a new cog added to this wheel. We were dealing with just senators and seats for stimulus and Nancy and executive orders with president, but really focusing on executive orders with President Donald Trump. And then suddenly, after we had gotten this incredible progress with Steve Mnuchin, incredible progress because of Purple Power, out of nowhere comes Mitch McConnell. And tonight, you know what's happened because you've seen the other videos. Mitch McConnell is literally causing a hot mess express. If you don't know what's happening, go into the videos. I'll drop in the links above. But he is literally now going contrary to us, contrary to the president, and he literally has to be put in his corner. So you need to push Purple Power with Mitch McConnell right away, saying, how dare you not give us stimulus checks? How dare you do a tailored bill? How dare you do a bill that was previously rejected? What are you, just trying to get yourself reelected? Are you so desperate to be reelected that you're just doing a bill at the same price tag that you did before that no one really wants? And how dare you not give us stimulus checks? What are we? And what are you going to do? $300 FPUC again that no one wants? $200 FPUC? $100 FPUC? I mean, this is just silliness, Mitch. So Purple Power, I know he is just, he's just a hot mess express unto himself. He's just like 3 trains in one. You need to push hard with Mitch tonight. Next. Temple of Doom. She just made a silly fool of herself by quoting a lot of congressional leaders who absolutely categorically didn't say that, didn't mean that, or have never done anything for the viewers of this channel. If you've not been watching and you've not seen my detailing of what those people said, my EIDL viewers who are tuning in tonight, you know exactly what I'm referring to. And you need to push with the Purple Power special on this subject matter. She had the audacity, Nancy Pelosi, to quote the House representative who oversees the House Committee on Small Businesses. You know the one. You know that woman. She's the woman that wouldn't help any of you on EIDL or EIDL grant, said, don't come to me because you aren't in my district of my city, and those are the only people that I am elected to represent. Well, guess what? Tonight this morning, she issued a statement representing the entire American public about what we need for small business and second stimulus relief. You need to put her in a corner. But the big question tonight is, what's going on with the problem solvers? The problem solvers and the Blue Dogs and the New Democrat Coalition have literally fallen apart. And somewhere along the way, they simply thought that talking is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, talk is cheap. Doing bills, introducing them, and getting them passed is what's being done. And so guess what? Next week, the Senate reopens. And guess what? The problem solvers should be introducing their proposal as a bill. And guess what? They should be pushing their bill for a vote. Let's remember that Steve Mnuchin is not in the Congress. He's not a congressional member. He's not in the Senate. He's not in the House. To introduce a bill to become a law, it has to be introduced to the floor. And so what Steve Mnuchin has at $1.8 trillion is an offer. It's not a bill because he can't write a bill. He's not a congressman. Well, problem solvers, if you want to solve a problem, take Steve Mnuchin's $1.8 trillion bill, get a senator who is a Republican, and introduce it next Monday, the same day that Mitch introduces his bill. Oh, yeah, we play dirty here. We do play dirty. Don't you love that? Someone should take Steve Mnuchin's proposal of $1.8 trillion, write it as a bill, put it into bill format, because it's, we already have the provisions, just turn it into a bill format, and introduce it to the Senate the same day that Mitch wants to introduce his $500 billion bill. And if you hear what I'm saying and you understand, which I think you do, because I made it very simple, send that message to the White House. Send it to Steve Mnuchin. Send it to Mark Meadows. Send it to the president. Say, you know what? LALATE has an idea. Take Steve Mnuchin's bill and introduce it to the Senate next Monday because Mitch wants to undo the president and do a bill that no one wants. So guess what? Get someone to co-sign Steve Mnuchin's bill and put it into the Senate. And guess what? If we get that done, check that off for the Purple Power as well. Next, campaign stops. Campaign stops, you know what that means? Campaign stops are executive order starts. Campaign stops are generally where this president, when he's not dancing to YMCA, is when he does executive order announcements. So you need to push. Yesterday, you were doing a great job. You were tweeting the two individuals I told you to tweet. One, his campaign manager, and two, his campaign advisor. Those two people need to really see your tweets. They have small Twitter accounts. They're less than, 100,000 followers. So literally every tweet you send them, they see. Purple Power, help one another and see those Twitter accounts to send them respectful, persuasive messages to say executive orders, because ultimately they'll see this and as the president's getting off or getting on for his campaign stop, they're like, I got 7,000 tweets today about doing executive orders. I mean, you think we should do it? Those are the people that absolutely will see your tweets. Next, March. March, I can't believe I'm saying this, but March 2021, guess what March 2021 is? That's likely when you would get your stimulus if there's a Biden win and a Democratic Senate win. Yeah, because there's no way in hell that any of these lame duck people will do it before then. Let me explain. People always say that they thank me for explaining how politics and Congress works, and no one has ever explained this stuff to them before. So the way it works is if Joe Biden becomes president, he does not take office. He does not start his job until January. Okay, you got that. Next, senators and House representatives. Nancy's in the House, Mitch is in the Senate. When do they take office and start working? January. Okay. So whoever loses their seat and is kicked out on the election, they don't leave until January. So do you think they're going to do anything between now and January? No. Do you think they're going to do something before the election? Yes. Do you think they're going to do something after the election but before January? No. So come January, then when they start doing stuff with all these Democrats allegedly in office, how long until we get money? Well, you know that rowdy time. 3 months. I mean, it's a month and a half to get a bill approved. These people don't move fast. Then it takes a couple weeks to set up the agency that will send out the money. Then they got to send out the money. 3 months. That's March. March. To think that we're sitting here in October talking about your stimulus relief that you've been waiting since April, May, June, July, August, September, waiting all this time, and now you're going to get it in March? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But I still have to tell you it because ultimately, if things don't go right now, they're going to go very wrong later on. And by March, you're going to look to the left and look to the right and say, That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. Things are going to be gone. Lots of things will be gone if there's no stimulus in this economy by March, because at that point, you're almost a year after when the stimulus should have arrived. It's a joke for a first world country. All right, let me answer some incredible questions from last night. The reason why I told you that was not to make you depressed and not to make you negative, is to keep you informed. Remember, Purple Power, one of the focuses of Purple Power is motivation, inspiration, focus, and information. You can't know what to do if you don't know what's going to happen. And by understanding the problem that's erupting in the near future, by understanding that, you know how to plan for it now. If no one told you that, you would be like, you'll be shocked when it happens. Now you know how to prepare for it accordingly. All right, Brooklyn Best. We've waited too long. Bigger and better, not chicken scratch. Michael, I'm really feeling like a beggar now. James, Chinese government, people laughing. Betty Black, revenge is best served cold. Let them all freeze out on November 3rd. I love that. Tammy, let's go, Mr. President. Word of the day is executive orders. Carolyn, we can't stay at a hotel or fly a plane. Robert, it's easy to fool people, but then convince them. It's a shame this pandemic became political. We would have gotten the help if needed if it was an election year. Very well said. Robert, this is beyond ridiculous. Another Robert, we should tell everyone in Congress, in the words of Donald Trump, you're fired. Being hope. Let's all send ink pens to the president. I love that. Sherry, stimulus checks are only the ones needed immediate attention. How does rent and employment hazard pay? Housing markets headed for disaster. Street, I lost my car, can't fix it. No money. For another one, mom of 4 kids, losing everything. Just great while the people at the White House playing around. Awful. Kimberly, at this point, LA, I can't see anything happening. People in California putting Nancy Pelosi out. Dalia Ross, hey, LA, I'm really hoping the government isn't playing cat and mouse with us anymore. Rita, they need to stop talking about it and get it done. Janie, does Nancy think we pay bills once every 6 months? Yeah. Elke, it just goes to show you these people aren't getting passionate over their rights. Miranda, they're all playing with us. Lori, LA, Trump really needs to do executive orders ASAP. Raul, we need bigger stimulus checks. $1,200 not going to pay for rent, and then we'll be broke. Patrice, we haven't gotten anything. Stay positive is very hard. Mike, what the heck are people on pensions need help to? Prices have soared and they live on less than some make in 1 week. Tandra, the government I once loved and served as a military soldier, now as a veteran, I hate what has become of America. Amen. Betty Black, good evening, Mr. Purple and the Purple Power family. Christine, $1,200 would be enough if they didn't make us wait for months to get it. Just so many of us are behind. $1,200 is not even going to cut it halfway. It's not going to catch up on our bills. Awful. If you have comments to today's video, and I suspect you do, drop them in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Meantime, go to the French channel, subscribe. Subscribe because we're trying to reach 300,000. I always forget the 300,000 followers. Oh my God, it's one of those days. 300,000 followers. And also like this video. Coming up next is Mornings LALATE. And get ready for our big new show announced earlier today. Early Mornings LALATE. Will it debut tomorrow, or will it debut the day after, or will it debut later this week? Let's see. A lot of surprises, a lot of more. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay focused, and stay LA for more.